what the heck, let's do one more before we start talking. Windows down so you can hear the exhaust. It's the full MagnaFlow with stainless power long tube headers. So I find myself with a 2015 Mustang GT. I need to decide whether a positive displacement blower or a centrifugal blower will work best for me. My reasons for choosing centrifugal was quite simple. I wanted a simple to install kit, a simple to uninstall kit. I didn't want to have to run power for intercooler pumps. I didn't want to have to run power for fans. I didn't want to have to pay extra for larger heat exchangers. I didn't have to find a place to put ice tanks to cool the car down more effectively at the track, being in a hot environment. So for me, it was quite easy, an easy decision to decide I wanted a centrifugal. Very simple setup. It is the blower, charge piping, and intercooler, and some small hardware for pulling the radiator back a little bit, but besides that, that's it. That's all you get. It's very simple. Bracket, blower, intercooler, and charge piping. So now I needed to decide what company to go with. Alright guys, so reason number one, location. I really like the location of the Procharger blowers on these cars. It sits off to the side on the driver's side. Inlet of the blower goes down to behind the front bumper right here. And on this side you see the charge piping coming up from the intercooler. Very simple setup. With the other style Paxtons and Vortex, the blower sits over here. You have the inlet to the blower coming around on top of the radiator going to the stock air box or some sort of aftermarket air box. And you also have the charge piping coming up from this side into the throttle body. It just seemed a little cluttered for me. I didn't like the way it looked. So the Procharger gets a thumbs up in that case. Alright, so reason number two for going with a Procharger Stage 2 kit is that these kits come with a independent drive. So if you can see here, there's a crank pulley adapter that goes in front of the crank pulley. It drives an independent 8-rib belt straight to the blower. 8 ribs, so there's less chances of belt slip like in some of the other kits. Also, the positive thing in this is that the blower is driven separately. The other kits, the blower pulley goes into the accessory drive belt. If for whatever reason you sling the belt at the track or you damage it, you're stuck. You have to either change the belt there or get towed home to do it. In this case, if I sling a belt, the car still drives. I can get it to wherever I need to go, obviously easily, not getting on it, but I can get there, no issues. So that was a big thing for me. Much simpler. Everything sits in front of the motor and its accessories. Nothing interferes with the factory stuff behind it. Another reason why I went with Procharger is because of their choice of intercooler. I've noticed some guys running Paxtons and Vortex, they're having to go out at around the 850 horsepower range. They're having to go out and get different intercoolers, something that cools a little better. Procharger on their Stage 2 kit uses their race intercooler. The size difference incredible between their Stage 2 kit and their high output intercooler. You can see here on the grill, their intercooler starts at the top of the upper grill and goes all the way to the bottom of the lower grill, and it does a great job at cooling the boost charge. I hardly ever see anything above 10 degrees above ambient, so ambient temperatures 80 degrees. What you see on the cluster is about 90 going into the motor after the intercooler, and that's very good. So that's another reason why I went with Procharger. One last thing that I want to talk about is money. If money is no issue for you and you like the positive displacement blower, by all means get a Whipple, Roush, or VMP kit. They're great kits. Some people like their warranty, so they go with the Roush 670 kits. There's nothing wrong with that. Me considering the goals for the car, the Procharger made the best sense. I got lucky. I got a kit that was probably priced below brand new Paxton kits. This was a kit that somebody had that they never installed and they were selling because they wanted to trade in their Mustang. So I jumped on it. I got a great deal. Had that not been the case, I would have still probably gone with the Procharger, but more than likely I would have stepped up to a D1SC blower. This is the P1SC, is their entry level blower. It still makes good power, but I wish I would have had the D1SC just to have a little extra ceiling potential. But this made sense for me. Again, I'm not knocking any of the other kits. They all work great, but for the reasons that I explained, Procharger to me was the best kit available that met my goals and what I wanted to do with the car. So that's what I went with, and hopefully this helps you make your decision as well. Enjoy. Have a nice day.